Section 1 of Fires and Firefighters. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Fires and Firefighters by John Kenlon. Fires and Firefighters, A History of Modern Firefighting with a Review of its Development from Earliest Times, by John Kenlon, Chief of New York Fire Department. Dedicated to my comrades, the members of the International Association of Fire Engineers. Chapter 1, Introduction. A common axiom amongst firefighters is that no definitive rules can be formulated which wholly embody the principles of their craft. It is argued that since no two fires are absolutely alike in all respects, that which would be efficacious in one instance would be absolutely futile in another. This proposition is fallacious. Physicians might just as well advance the theory that since no two individuals are constitutionally alike, it is useless to apply the same treatment for some well-known disease, even with those modifications necessitated by physical differences. Of course, this is a reductio ad absurdum, since doctors study their patients scientifically, following general principles resulting from experience, only varied in minor details according to the exigencies of the case. Similarly, notwithstanding differences in construction and occupancy, it is perfectly feasible to fight fires with intelligence born of systematic acquaintance with certain fixed data, and it may be added with some degree of scientific exactitude. As there are prime factors in the treatment of illness, particularly if it be contagious, such as the removal of the patient to a place where it is almost impossible for the disease to be communicated to others, so it is with fire. The first general principles to be observed include, naturally, the confinement of an outbreak to as narrow a place as possible, the safety of contiguous property, the prevention of loss of life, and the centralization of the outbreak as a whole. To this must be added the concentration upon the point of greatest danger of all the forces at the command of the officer in charge. In the following chapters an attempt has been made to deal with this subject in such a manner that while the professional firefighter shall find much information which will be of value to him, the lay reader shall likewise discover material for thought, as well as food for the imagination. It has been estimated that no less than 64% of all fires occur in the homes of the people, and though these may not be attended by the tremendous financial losses consequent upon outbreaks in warehouses, office buildings, and the like, they strike fear into the heart at a greater degree, for it is the human hazard which is at stake. Few realize also the unremitting labor, the devotion to service, the daily acts of heroism, the mental and physical strain, and the inadequate acknowledgment in many instances by the public of the achievements of the genus fireman. Not that he wishes to be advertised, but since the soldier, the sailor, and even the policeman loom large in general estimation, it seems only just that something should be written illustrative of the responsibilities entrusted to his charge. To how many people does it ever occur that negligence on the part of a policeman may result in the loss by robbery of a few $1,000s, or the sacrifice of at most 2 or 3 human lives by murder, while the same fault on the part of a fireman may entail some hideous disaster involving scores of lives or the loss of millions of dollars. Further, is it realized that whereas the soldier or sailor risks his life for his country at rare intervals, the fireman takes the same chances regularly in the course of his daily avocation? Thus it will be seen that no occupation or career should make a greater appeal to the sympathy and interest of the public than that of the firemen, who constitute a force which stands for much, and without which the insecurity of life would be increased tenfold. In addition, the advance
Sample complete. Ready to continue?